Hello everyone, Warhammer here, and welcome back to the Empire campaign for Mortal Empires. Now in the last episode, we managed to get things set up ready for us to start invading Tempelhof in today's episode. So already we've got, if we head over here, whereabouts is he? Here. We've got Karl Franz and his army making his way over towards the moat, ready to start attacking Fort Oberstein. Now Fort Oberstein has already come under attack from Balthasar Gelt and his army, who quite luckily was able to ambush a Strigoi Ghoul King as he was trying to make its way back towards the moat, if I remember right. And then we went over and took advantage of the weakened defences and actually attacked Fort Oberstein ourselves. Or did we not? You know what, I honestly can't remember. Crap. No matter. That's not the important thing. Today we're going to be starting the war against these. We also do want to actually go down here and do the battle for Ghal Maraz, so we can actually get our hands on the legendary hammer itself. Now we could just make our way down there. We could just spend the 500 gold, I believe it is, just to teleport down there. And in fact, if we did that... So hear me out, what we could do. We'll move over a little bit like this. Right. Might as well just get them moving, you know? Then we'll see that Alistair here needs to be upgraded. What can we give you? We already gave you Waking in the Woods and we worked our way through here. So we have a choice really of doing the... Oh no, in fact, let's go Magical Reserves. Increase the amount of magic we could actually use in combat. That would be a great start. But otherwise, let's see about fighting the battle now. So what we need to do is make sure we just click on a thing. We need to click on here. Yeah, 200 prestige, extra experience, and of course Ghal Maraz itself. If we check out the enemy force, according to the balance bar here, we have a good chance of winning. Of course, we have to find out when the reinforcements come in. But let's... Oh, 800 gold. We can do that. Teleports. Okay. It's been a while since I've actually fought this battle. Apart from knowing that it actually takes place in Blackfire Pass, and it looks extremely cool. For those of you that haven't experienced it yourself, this is actually where I remember the first ever footage of Total War Warhammer was between the Empire and the Orcs down in Blackfire Pass. So very scenic, very, very cool. But we've got our army here. We've got some dwarves coming in as reinforcements, including these ones, gyrocopters. They look a little different than I last remember seeing them. Maybe it's just me. I could have sworn they looked different. But, in any case, let's start the battle.
Now is the time, men of the Empire, to unite, for the Orcs gather. Beyond the pass, a war boss draws to him all that is foul. An Orc horde beyond imagining. As Sigmar fought, so shall we. We will become part of the legend. We will wipe the Orcs from our door. And only when this is done, when our nation has healed, shall I take up Ghal Maraz. For Sigmar, for the Empire, for the Warhammer.
Okay, there we go. Now I have to be honest, maybe it's just me, I do find the whole premise of this quest a little weird, simply because he is already recognized as the Emperor by his fellow elected counts. The fact that he hasn't, chosen in this campaign to use Ghal Maraz until this point just feels weird to me, Especially when, obviously because they haven't took it into account, you can see him holding it right there. But, anyway, we're not worried about that. Let's get set up for this fight. Now, if I remember correctly, we are going to have some units coming in from here against us, so I want to make sure we have some spearmen ready to deal with those potentially. So let's get spearmen on the flanks, I would say. Keep you guys there. I'll keep the Gerhard's fellows and the Otzel militia on that side. We'll separate these up a little bit, something like that. Should work out great. Right, and we want to pull back a little bit just so we can shoot at the enemies as they make their way over the hill towards us. So something like that should work out quite nicely. And of course, we want to be on guard mode. It doesn't really matter about chasing the enemy down. You guys can form up behind here. Hellstorm going to form up just here. Otto's Fixer-Uppers. I need to make sure I think of a name for Hellstorm Rocket Battery here. Right. The Emperor's Guard, we're going to have form up on this flank, ready to make its way around when needed. We've got Zintler's Reichsguard over here. Oh yeah, you can actually start in Vanguard deployment. That has some potential. In fact, how far... No, we haven't got the opportunity to try and deploy in the corners. Because don't forget, they do start off with a... I believe they... Yeah, they start off with a Doom Diver. So having the ability to gun after that pretty early on would have been quite nice. Now, I'll tell you what, because you're quite decent, I am going to keep you guys back. But I'm going to use my Sons of Ordorf instead to go after them. So you guys can form up here. Alright, Karl Franz, of course, will stay here. Luftwaffe is going to be on the front line here. So far, it hasn't been too bad on horseback, so I'll keep him on there a bit longer. But Alistair, you can form up here. Right. And we just need to wait to see about helping the dwarves. Now, do we want to go and try and eliminate Hack Foe Spike? We could do. I mean, we will take some arrow fire if we did. Potion of Speed. When did I pick that up? No matter. Alright. Artillery, when you're ready. Start firing. Good. There goes the mortars. Alright, how far can I cast this? Oh, actually quite a distance. Okay. Alright, what we have here? Our boys, goblins. Alright, ready for it. Okay, maybe not. My hidden units has been spotted. Really? Okay, let's bring you up around here. And I'm going to have you actually go after the Doom Diver. Right, slow down one moment while I just get this done. So Karl Franz, start doing that. You start blowing up enemies. Goblins. Orc boys. Nah, you'd be fine. Wolf Riders. I put them on the wrong bloody side. Damn it. That's okay. We'll stick you that there instead. Okay, Emperor's Guard are going to come around this flank, ready to deal with them. Karl Franz is already underway. Great job. Alright, let's start that. Might as well just boost up my combat abilities a bit. Let's actually have you go after the Shaman. I'm a little bit more concerned about him, to be honest. Alright, my Doom guy... rockets have started to fire already. Okay, let's have you come and attack them. Okay, ready to defeat one lot. Alright, finish them down. Oh, Christ. Oh my god, that did a ton of damage. I think that was what, the Foot of Gork? Oh my god, the Emperor's Fury just took a massive hit. Jesus. Okay, let's get you back now. Wow. Okay, we need to kill that. Kill him quickly. Alright, damn it, we've now got a massive hole in the front line here. Okay, dwarves have arrived. Okay. Swordsman, let's try and spread you up a little bit before we end up getting a nice juicy hit by our troops. Luftwaffe. Okay, the goblins are already getting involved. Right. Karl Franz, I want you to go after their shaman. I want you to kill him. Luftwaffe, interrupt the goblins before they get too far. Alright, let's increase my melee attack. Okay, you guys have managed to pull back. That's good. Okay, let's have you guys go after the night goblins here. Zintler's Guard, let's bring you around the flank, in fact. Alright, who's not firing at the moment? Charge forward and go after those. Alright, so let's bring you guys around here. Alright, Master Engineer's helping out a bit. Rally the men, greenskins are on top of the hill. That's okay though, it's okay. Alright, did we kill that shaman? No, but we dealt with the Doom Diver, that's the main thing, okay. Let's bring you guys down here now, have you go after some of them. Karl Franz, go and kill him off. Alright, Luthor Huss has done a good job. Let's have you come back now and help out with these. Okay, Swordsman Regiment. Let's try and tidy up the line a little bit. Alright. Okay, the Morgan Steel Shields, I do have these guys on guard mode. But you can tell they're just enthusiastic about their work, aren't they? Right, what's happened here? Okay, Karl Franz is fighting. That's fine. Oh, right, we're fighting a giant spider. Okay. Sons of... Okay, you're retreating. That's fine by me. I didn't realize you actually get caught up by one so quickly. Okay, you've dealt with those. Okay, Men of the Empire, start marching up. Right, ready to support our allies. Okay, Hellstorm. In fact, the 2 artillery units don't have to go too far forward. Let's bring you guys up to here. And then, where are you guys? You guys can just come here. Right. Did you kill the spider? No, you didn't. Come down and kill the spider, please. Oh no, go after the Goblin Shaman. Much better option. Or go after the chariots, possibly? Right. While we're here, in fact, start healing up my troops a bit. Okay, why are you guys apparently in combat? When you weren't? Okay, Free Company, go and shoot these. Emperor's Guard, go and chase down the Wolf Riders. Alright, you go after these. Luther has pull back. Let's have the Spearmen make their way up to here. You guys make your way up here. Okay, you... Let's push over this way and go and help out. Alistair, let's continue trying to heal up my forces a little bit. And let's use one of these right on top of that Goblin unit there. There we go, and a little bit of damage. Okay, you guys focus on these. Morgan Steel Shields, come over here. Right, Camber, come over here. You guys come down here. Okay, Luther Huss. Alright, let's bring you over here to deal with these. Karl Franz, boost up everyone nearby. Because I wonder in theory if that actually works with allies as well. I can't tell. Okay, Gyrocop Bomber is doing its thing. Alright, Pistoliers can stay there. You guys start pushing forwards. Alright. Oh Christ, we got a giant. Feel a bit like from Lord of the Rings. They've got a troll. In fact, they got several trolls. Okay, Luther, you're having fun back here. That's great. No. Don't go actually fight the giant spider, or go for those. Just let me spin you around for no real reason. You guys come after these. You go and shoot the dragon. That. Karl Franz, go and kill me a giant spider, please. I know it's going to be a tough job for you. But go and do that. Right. Let's heal up my forces here, please. Right. Okay, we've driven away the trolls. Let's bring you guys up to the top now. Right, let's bring you guys over here to deal with the wolf chariots. Grunberg Guard, go after those. Zintler troops, come down here and deal with these. You chase down those. And then what we got left to deal with? Spiders retreated. Okay, victory is mine. Won the battle because there's no need to chase down the enemy. And while it was a close victory, I don't know, I disagree with that, based on literally what I just fought. The only real casualties I felt we took was from the Emperor's Fury that took that massive hit from the foot of Gork. But let's go back to the campaign map and see what that actually says. So once more, the men of the Empire have shown their worth. We were able to defeat the warlord that was recruiting all these different bosses to join in a great war, and most importantly, we were able to get our hands on Ghal Maraz. Now, despite what the game says, I disagree with it being a close victory. We actually only took about 300 casualties, and that's not really a large portion of our army, because we got over 1,600 men. So we took a few losses, but nothing major. We didn't lose any full units, and while there's a few survivors from the enemy, at the end of the day, we defeated them. That's the most important thing. Now, do I want to get the extra money, or do I just want to execute them? Well, they're greenskins. We're just going to execute them.
Bring me to my men.
But that's the quest done, and we'll now be able to get our hands on Maraz next turn. So we'll click through that. Oh, we picked up the Hammer of the Witches. Find with righteous purpose, smites evil with thunderous armor-shattering blasts. That might make a nice addition for Volkmar, because I know people are wanting me to recruit him for us to invade Sylvania, so I may end up doing that. And we've got the Temple Half Luminarch as well. The wind is stored and harnessed, resulting in the bursting forth of a lethal energy even. And Maraz. Ooh, that's going to be quite nice. The only thing I'm going to miss is that with the Runefang, it does give a bonus to combat, melee attack to nearby units as well, whereas this really all just affects Karl Franz himself. But hopefully that's going to be enough. But there we go, we've managed to get the mission done. So, while we can't replenish just yet, we'll continue marching now towards the Moots, which will give us an opportunity to do that. Okay, Gelt is currently doing this. Could actually just go and lay siege to here. I know we're going to take some attrition because we are going into vampiric territory, but... or we can just attack them and burn it down again. Sure, why not? Let's just do that. Do I want to occupy right now? Nah, let's just sack it again. I know maybe we shouldn't have done that, simply because it's now gone down to a tier 1, but when we take it, it's going to go down a tier anyway, so... let's move you out of there. You can get some replenishment now. So Karl Franz has moved, Silver is still hanging around Fildorf. I still need to decide what I'm going to do about... in fact, let me check my diplomacy now, to see if Averland are willing to sell me back Steingart. Because... oh no, we're not there yet. We need to get to 50 before we can actually buy stuff off him.
Approach us, friend.
Will you offer me military access? Not yet. What happens if I just offer you a small little gift? It's probably not going to provide that much of a bonus, is it? What about a medium gift? We've got some cash going spare.
Of course.
That should hopefully help it out a little bit. Right, so we'll have to wait for solid... in that case... I'm just going to go ahead and demolish this. And then we'll be able to get the vine markets afterwards. But we can do that. And then... actually, two things. Firstly, the Brightwood has now been named. I made sure to name him just before I started recording. And his name, as you can see, is... I'm probably going to butcher the pronunciation of this. Jan Peter van Schuchtelen. I probably butchered that. But he's got a cool backstory. And... the problem I've got now is that thanks to me editing out the end-turn phases, it doesn't give me an opportunity to share the backstory that is submitted by you guys. So what I'm thinking I'd do is when I do have a character submitted like Jean-Peter here, what I'm going to do is I will record enough of the end-turn phase in order to talk about their backstory, and then I will skip over the rest of it, unless something happens, you know? But he's on his way now to join up with his childhood friend, Heinrich. And as for Heinrich, it's been suggested by Drake Materium, I believe, in the comments of the last video, that something we could potentially do, if we want to try and engage Malagor here, and while he's obviously not really wanting to fight us, is we could try and do like I did with Balthasar and set up an ambush. So as far as the AI is concerned, we're not anywhere near where they're coming down. That made more sense in my head, but you know what I'm talking about. We could hide so they will come and try to attack them now, and then when they're up on land, we'll go after them. Now what we need though, is there anywhere with a reasonable good ambush spot? 50% there, in the hills. I mean, we could try and get to the other side of the woods, but that's going to get there in the following turn, and even then, that's only 80% chance there. 50% here. So we really need to go into the woodlands here if we want to try and do that. Or we can just come here. In fact, if he's not willing to come down here, it was also suggested we could go after the Black Pits. It means going to war against the Greenskins, but we're already at war with them. So, let's just go after the Greenskins, claim the Black Pits, and then we'll be able to, regarding Wrecker's Point, perhaps buy that from Midland in the future. Yeah, I like that idea. Right, yeah, let's move you nearby, because how many more turns do we have until we can get our hands on... Not this one. One turn, until we can recruit the Bordermen. Okay, we'll keep that. As for some of these, I like the Hammer of the Witches is going to go with Volkmar. I do feel like now I might want to start recruiting an army for him. Now, we do have defenses going up here. Let's build that first of all. Everywhere else has basically been upgraded already, apart from this, but it's only an extra 125. It's going to be a lot of turns before we can try and justify making our money back. But, yeah, let's start recruiting Volkmar. So let's go on to Lords. Edward van der Kral, Marcus, Theodoric, Volkmar the Grim. So, a lot of his bonuses, as you can see, are for Flagellants. So we'll get a few units of them, but we're not going to go too crazy because they are special units. And we've got the tabletop caps, which means we have to recruit mainly core units. We can't go too crazy and just have an entire army of Flagellants. Instead, we'll have to recruit certain other units as well, which makes sense, in my opinion. But we can do that, and let's have a look about recruiting some at least. Now, given we're talking about an important mission, I'm thinking instead of going for greatswords, we could actually give some Imperial Foot. Give these a try and see what they're going to be like in combat. So recruit a unit of you guys. We need some Flagellants, which are going to be fairly expensive. In fact, something we could do here in Altdorf. Untain... Oh no, that is the one. Why did I have it in my head that actually provided a bonus to recruitment? I don't know, like, I mean, in terms of, like, their levels. I don't know. But let's get 3 units, because why not? And they're pretty cheap as well, especially as they join Volkmar. You're going to be level 7 straight off the bat, wow. And then we can start recruiting more units. We're not going to give you any electric count troops, we'll give you the Hammer of the Witches and the Tattered Souls eventually. Yeah, I'm liking that idea. Right, let's go on to here. We need Route Marcher, of course. Fervent, that makes sense to me, given the fact that he is the Grand Theologist. We'll give you that. We'll give you Inspiring Presence. Does any of these give bonuses to Flagellants? I don't think they do. Oh yeah, they do. Weapon's Finest. Could go for some points in here, and... In fact, let's have a look. Brass lunged? Lunged? Brass lunged? No. Warhorse? Nah, we'll save up to a barded Warhorse, and then we'll definitely want to get our hands on the War Altar itself. Let's just go hard to hit. Right. Now, if we're going to have... I'm going to have Luther Huss join him. But I think it makes sense as well that we can recruit eventually another Witch Hunter to join him as well. Oh no, we can only recruit one. Okay, we might need to upgrade a pub somewhere. In fact, we are doing that already at Altdorf. Potential. Okay, in the meantime, Silver, you can just run around here. Continuing to work on that for me. The Moot, one more turn until we can actually upgrade it. And then where else do we need to upgrade? Karl Franz. Let's go. He did pretty well in that fight, didn't he? Artillery Master, Flagellants there. Stand your ground, we're done. Leader of Men, Blade Shields. In fact, let's go for Imperial Gunnery, unless War Wagons, Honest Steel. Don't go for Knights and Greatswords. Now, let's go for Speed of Horse. This improves our Reichsguard units, and don't forget we've got 2 of those in the army at the moment, and the Pistoliers. Oh no, that's the other one, isn't it? Okay, Luther Huss, we can't give you Volkmar's Disciple yet, but we can in the following turn. In that case, let's give you... Destroyer, oh no, let's give you Hard to Hit again. And then who else? Balthasar Geltz. Renowned Scholar, I'm thinking. No, we wanted to work on some of your magic, didn't we? So let's go for Searing Doom. Right, that should be everything. Let me just double check diplomacy again. It's always handy to see if there's any new trade agreements or anything like that we can make. Nothing as of yet. Okay. So let's hit enter. Oh yeah, Gavin. I keep forgetting about good old Gavin. He's done quite a good job for himself. He's travelled all the way around Ulfran. He's making his way now towards Lustria and the New World colonies. Yeah, good job, man. I'm proud of you. But, as for Jean-Peter van Sluchtelen, as it got written here, he is a minor nobleman and childhood friend of Heinrich van der Salfen, who he encountered during Heinrich's escape from Marienburg with his family to his parents' native home in the town of Salfen. Their first meeting took place during a bitter cold winter night, when the future Bright Wizard saved the lives of the entire family by using his innate magical powers to save them from the bitter cold. And from then on, the two young boys became nearly inseparable. For many years then they trained, protected each other, and fought together as they advanced from Pistolier to the rank of Outrider. Though their valour and courage, they became members of the Bordermen, one of Marienburg's many Outrider regiments that patrolled the countryside, where the Bordermen's skills with the grenade launcher Blunderbuss were put to good use. Some months after their first patrol with the Bordermen, however, Jean-Peter suddenly felt a calling. He felt a calling due to the magical affinity in his blood. As mentioned earlier, he had some talent with heat and fire, and this affinity in his blood made him journey towards the Bright College, located in Ortdorf. Now Heinrich agreed to this, and because of their secret wish for Marienburg to become part of the Empire once more, and through his influence persuaded the leader of the Bordermen to let Jean-Peter head off towards there and train to become a Bright Wizard, due to the lie that an Imperial Battle Wizard of the Bright Order would be a mighty asset for Marienburg. So for many years then, Jean-Peter studied and mastered his own heart and mind, like all apprentices must. He even got the luck of being a student under the former teacher of Firus Gorman himself. He fought many harsh duels and mock combats that formed a central part of the Bright Order, and became a mighty pyromancer after several years. And when he became a full battle wizard, he made his journey back to Marienburg, where he found out about Karl Franz conquering Marienburg and bringing it back into Imperial hands. He became happy to learn that his own friend Heinrich had become the new elected count, and together they will fight many more battles for their new emperor. So, I paraphrased a little bit, but I quite like that backstory. So thank you, Daniel, for submitting that. That was really good. Okay. I still got a few more characters to be able to use. Mainly, as I said, Bright Wizards and things like... No, what else I got? I got 2 Wizard Lords, a General of the Empire that I can't remember who submitted, sorry, but they're actually based, as I've talked about before, on characters from the lore. And we do have some more Warrior Priest, I believe... No, Witch Hunters. That's it, we've got Witch Hunters. So I do need some more characters for some point in the future. But that's it for now. And while I've been talking, it looks like Malagor has decided to come back. He is too scared to fight us man to man. But now that he sees the army has retreated, he's trying to come after us. We'll keep an eye on the situation and see how it develops. So the Talabekland have declared war on the Man-Blight tribe. Now this is the tribe that I believe is one of their hordes is led by Tarox, the Brass Bull. Now, we are allies with them, and eventually we will confederate with Talabekland. So you know what? Yes, we will join the war. We'll keep an eye on the army, of course, and see what happens, but I'm quite happy to help our allies in their time of need. Okay, back to our turn. Now we're just going to go through this turn, and then I'll bring the episode to an end then, because we're now coming up, if not already, at the 30-minute mark. So, already we can see that an agent, can't remember, what are you, White King, aren't you? That's it. It's been a while. Bear with me. But anyway, we've got someone attack the Moots. Sins of Ortdorf. What the? The church bells tolled mournfully, the sound echoing through the incense-filled halls of the Cathedral of Sigmar. The holy incense covered much of the foul reek that rose up from Ortdorf's streets and sewers, but not all. Volkmar wrinkled his nose, frowning. The smell brought back memories of the more metaphorical sewage that can be found even here, in the heart of the Empire. The memories distracted Volkmar from his prayers, and he rose from the altar of Sigmar. It was here at this altar that he had been ordained as the Grand Theologist of the Cult of Sigmar, after the death of Yori the 15th. The whole affair was not spoken of, that the forces of chaos could have struck at the heart of Sigmar's most faithful, but Ghal as it struck, dealing out Sigmar's holy justice, and with his appointment, Volkmar has sworn that he would ensure such corruption never prospered in the Empire. Walking out of the cathedral, Volkmar looked in the direction of the colleges of magic. His frown deepened. If the shadow over the church had been dangerous, the shadow in the College of Light had threatened to bring the capital down. Engrim van Hosman, a darling of the colleges, Hosman had become the patriarch of the colleges of magic, but unbeknownst to all, he had been a secret follower of Zeech. Well, we already know this from my own playthrough. Together with Vespasian Kant, the new patriarch of the Night Order, Volkmar had cleansed the corridors of the Pyramid of Light of Hosman's corrupted followers. The villain himself had escaped, releasing the imprisoned Chaos Dragon Baldros, and fleeing the city. Yes, there were many shadows that plagued the Empire, but Volkmar would purge them with the light of Sigmar, even if he had to do it all himself. I love the little picture up there, that's pretty cool. Right, and we need to take now Fort Obenstein. The Vampire Council always arrogantly believe the lands they hold dominion over are theirs, but they are and have always been within the Emperor's borders. Now that is something I think we're going to go and do fairly quick. Gavin, let's continue marching you down. In fact, we shouldn't be too far away. Oh, the Sword of Cain. I don't know who's got that at the moment. Let's bring you down here. Might be able to encounter the New World colonies on your trip. But you can do that. Balthasar, I'm actually going to ask you to go back, and this time we're going to go and claim Fort Obenstein. So you come in, you can auto-resolve it. We lost one man from that, and we're just going to go ahead and claim it. So we've got Vampire Hunter now for Balthasar Gelt, very cool. Obsidian Amulet, we've taken the city and got 500 gold. And more importantly, we managed to beat Talabekland from trying to do it. I did notice, in fact, Mordheim has fallen to Petonia. Didn't expect that to happen, I'll be honest. Right. Unfortunately, we're going to take Vampiric Corruption if we make our way inside. So, for the moment, let me just switch back to normal. I'm going to move Karl Franz to here. But then next turn, we'll be able to go after this castle itself and start claiming it. Alright, for now, let's have a look. Let's just try and get some extra cash, because there's not really much else we can build here. Apart from maybe the growth. Growth will help a little bit, in fact. We'll go for that right away. But we'll have that. The moots now, let's have a quick look. Oh Christ, that's a lot of money. I'll save it for now. I didn't realise it was going to cost that much. Right. Volkmar, let's give you a couple more units. What can we give you? Demigryphs? I feel really tempted, but it's a lot of... it's going to cost a lot of money just to keep them in the army, you know? Although saying that... Oh no, these are the regiments. Okay, let's actually give you another unit of Imperial Foot, just because why not? We want some halberdiers, some spearmen, and I'm going to take a unit of swordsmen as well. There we go. That should give us a nice strong infantry line, especially with 4 units of flagellants to charge in. And then we'll get some ranged units and some other stuff, and that should hopefully add up over time. Well, in that case, if we can't go for that... Did I want to go and get defences here? Yeah, let's get defences here in the moot instead. Alright, Faldorf has got that. That's going to cost 2,250. Oof. Yeah, that might take a while. Okay. Silver, you can just stay here. Although, let's have a quick look. Let's actually get you to stimulate the growth in the area. Might as well help out a bit there. Heinrich, we can see now that they're making their way towards us. Do what we can do. Let's try and hide in the trees himself.
Pick up the pace.
We'll just move him to here. And ambush starts. Okay. Jean, you can make your way over now to join with your old childhood friends.
I will marshal them
like so. And then we'll keep an eye on what happens here with Malagor. The only problem, we do know he's got a Cygor, which is artillery, so that might cause him to go after Anal straight away. We'll have to wait and see about that. But everyone else has moved now. Gavin's continued doing his thing. Balthasar Gelt's done. Karl Franz is done. Right. What else have we got left to do? Victor Wolfsaber. Hello, good friend. Let's give you another point in silver bullets. Scavenge. Extra money from post-battle. Potentially good. Let's give you some melee defense, just in case. Balthasar Gelt yourself. You can only get 1 point. Bottled Dragon's Fire. Huh. I do want to do a campaign with Balthasar. I mean, a lot of these just looks really, really cool and sound like a great idea to give him. And not only that, but I do like the backstory about him. Like I talked about before, like this idea that the Supreme Patriarch has been given a political office, second in the Empire to the Emperor himself. You know, I love that idea but it'd be thinking of a way to actually try and tell the story. Maybe doing something like, I mean, I've talked about doing narrative Let's Plays, but I do want to do them. It's just, I think I have to think of a way that's going to make it work for me, because I have to admit, doing post-commentary is difficult for me, I must say. And Balthasar, I might end up swapping you out with a couple of units. I'm not too sure yet. Might get your numbers reduced and give you over to Volkmar instead. In fact, saying that then, let's cancel those. Because yeah, I wouldn't mind Volkmar leading the army instead of Balthasar, despite me talking about that, for the moment. But keep Balthasar recruited as a commander with a few units to his name, and then we can build up his army as we get more money. So for the moment, let's pretend we're going to give him a bunch of halberdiers. So let's give you a nice big strong unit of swordsmen like so. I do want to give you some really tough units though, and I really like the idea of going for demigryphs. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to give you some demigryphs. Why not? And then we'll give you some crossbowmen as well. There we go. Perfect. Let's get that trade agreement done as well, because I did see we've now contacted Nagorith. And assuming what our relationship is, here we are. Oh, and Hexotl as well.
What do you seek from the
Let's have a look. Alefana.
Fate favors us.
Thank you. Hexotl. Non-aggression right away. Okay. Spear of the Jungle. Defenders of the Great Plan. Manblights. Yeah, Tarox the Brass Bull. Right. Here's an end turn. Let's see what happens next. Okay, Malagor. Huh. He's disappeared off. He's making his way down towards Marienburg, it seems. Well, we'll keep an eye on him. I might just leave him for the moment and continue dealing with the Black Pit. I mean, we do have Volkmar's army nearby, and if we do need to get there quickly, we do have the roads, don't forget, at Gorsel to help us. I'll think about it.
I am Karl Franz.
Marius, what do you want? You want military access? You know what? I'm quite happy to give this to you. Enjoy.
Friends of the Empire.
Hochland, what do you want, Ludenhof? You want military access? Sure, I'll give that to you as well. Military access for all my allies. Telebackland, what are you doing? Okay, they've gone after the army at Tempelhof. Okay, that's fine. If they want to just eliminate the army so I can take it, that's fine.
Be at peace, for that is
Okay,
what I
Artois,
want.
what do you want? You want a defensive alliance. Do I give it to you, though? You know what? It's only a defensive alliance. Sure, I'll accept it from you, Chilfoy.
Oh, mighty lord.
Okay,
The fates have
so with
surely
that,
selected you
it looks like we actually
for
completed the chapter as well. Skip through you, thank you. And we got a fair bit of money from it. Skip through all of this. Comrade Dog Burglar, I forgot about you. Right, I have a special thing for you, I think next time. But we've now got under one rule. We need to occupy in 14 different places. Well, Sylvania is definitely going to count as part of that. But for now, we're going to bring today's episode to an end. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I do hope you join me next time for some more Warhammer, as we will start the war against Templehof officially, and start claiming back Sylvania from the undead. But that's all going to happen then. Until then, take care, and goodbye for now.